We have the latest ultra-budget smartphone of 2020 here in the studio, the Infinix Smart HD 2021, one of the cheapest starter devices released this year. We are obviously not expecting great performance from a starter chipset besides handling basic functions. But what about its performance in terms of build quality? That's exactly what we are going to find out in this video. Considering the smaller form factor, the Infinix Smart HD 2021 weighs in slightly on the heavier side at 195 grams, and even though it's an ultra budget device, as of now, it seems to be holding up pretty well in my usual trial bend. For a change, we are getting a transparent hard case inside the box instead of the usual soft case we see with other devices. Seems to be of good quality and should do a decent job at protection. Again, there won't be a plastic pre-applied screen protector removal scene in this video, since Infinix seems to be in a habit of giving it separately. This is only the second Infinix device we are testing on the channel after the Infinix 08i, where the quality of tempered glass protection was as good as Corning. But we have to keep in mind that the 08i falls in the mid-range segment as opposed to the ultra-budget Smart SD 2021. So we are not aware of the type or the quality of glass protection on this one. The type of tempered glass protection used here is undisclosed, so we are not sure how it's going to fare against the blade. So in the scratch test, we are going to prove the scratch resistant capability of this unnamed tempered glass protection by rubbing it with some common items and a heavy duty blade. As mentioned earlier, poor quality glass on some devices are actually not able to survive the blade abuse with prominent scratch marks, even though glass is harder than steel according to the Mohs scale of hardness. On the other hand, high quality protection like Corning is able to pass with ease. That's why the blade is of utmost importance to test the quality of glass. Due to the absence of high quality tempered glass protection, similar to Corning, the Infinix Smart SD 2021 manages to fail a scratch test with ease. Some important stuff to remember is that the Infinix Smart SD 2021 is not IP certified water resistant, which is obviously expected in an ultra budget device, in comparison to the Poco X3, which actually had IP53 rating. Also, it does not have a rubber seal, impossible on this old style design, which is actually present on very few devices like the Realme C3 or the Poco X3. You should never attempt to submerge it underwater, since it's not IP68 water resistant, and if done, will suffer permanent irreversible liquid damage and costly repair charges at the service center. In the ongoing oleophobic test, we are checking for oleophobic coating on this undisclosed tempered glass protection. An oleophobic layer helps to an extent in preventing fingerprint smudges and gives an ultra smooth feel while using the touchscreen. As you can see, its absence is proved here since the water is sticking to the glass surface and forming a pool instead of forming droplets and rolling off on devices with an oleophobic layer. Non-water resistant phones can suffer from a wide variety of issues like screen flicker, headphone icon issue, temporary blank screen issues, or permanent display damage seen on the Redmi Note 8 and 9 or the Zenfone 5Z. But most commonly, the sound unit is the first to get affected by low loudness levels and distortion that can last for a few harmless seconds or several minutes, which can lead to permanent damage to the sound unit, motherboard, or the display. The same thing is happening on the Smart HD 2021. It was not even able to reach the next light splashing round, as it took about 25 minutes for the audio to recover. On opening the old style back panel, it becomes pretty clear why liquid damage resistance is kind of like a joke here. Starting the drop test from pocket height, bottom side facing down. No cracks, scuff mark or dents on the bottom plastic edge as yet. Next, second pocket head drop, top edge facing down. Still, no damage from the second drop, just some back panel separation on the left edge. Next, third pocket head drop, camera unit backside facing down. Fortunately, no signs of damage or shatter to the unknown camera glass until now from the third drop. Next, last drop from pocket height, display side facing down. Despite the relatively heavier weight and undisclosed tempered glass protection, the Infinix Smart SD 2021 manages to survive 4 drops as of now without any major damages beside the back panel separation. Moving on with the drop test from different angles and increasing the height to 1.6 meters for high drops, bottom side facing down. After a few somersaults, only the back panel has separated at the bottom side left plastic edge. Next, second high drop, top side edge facing down. Only some light scuff marks at the top left plastic edge. Next, moving on to the third high drop, turning on video camera for live video recording. Camera unit glass backside facing down. The back panel actually does a great job of protecting the camera unit with no damages or shatter to the undisclosed glass protection. So now for the last finale high drop you have been waiting for, turning on the selfie camera for live video recording, display screen side facing down. Will it be able to continue the good run? Even though the tempered glass production is undisclosed and the price of the entire thing is just 6K, the Infinix Smart SD 2021 still manages to surprise us with the drop impact resistance of its old style design. Next, on to fun stuff with value. The bend test will give you a clear idea about the real life structural build quality of devices that the brand has provided you for your hard-earned money. We have seen quite a few devices which were complete structural failures, and other brands like Poco and Realme which have done consistently well in giving us strong builds, or Redmi who have improved the build quality over time. This is just a second experience with Infinix, and things are off to a great start as the degree of flex or bend is almost negligible when pressure is applied from the display side. The degree of flex is again on the lower side when pressed from the plastic back panel, and there seems to be no doubts about the structural strength of the 6K device. The Infinix Smart SD 2021 is one of those ultra budget phones where the low price point does not automatically mean complete structural failure or a poor build. The old style design actually does great in terms of build quality and passes the pen test without breaking a sweat.